Hare Krishna.
Here we are in a brief moment of sun. We're in the park. Which park is it?
Victory Park.
Here, Brunswick.
It's Brunswick Park.
Might be called Brunswick Park.
Yeah.
But it's not Brunswick, Maryland. It's
Leave it alone. Alright.
We're gonna go. So, as you may have seen in the last couple of episodes, we had 2 different readings from the same section. So we're trying something new and unique and different, and we hope that you're all finding it enlivening. I was thinking how it's described, Srila Prabhupada's Guru Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, for 1 month, he used to read from the same verse of the Bhagavatam and give classes, and would hardly ever really repeat the same specifics. So, in that way, we can always hear. So in one sense, it's not about moving through the Bhagavatam quickly, but it's about hearing and chanting and together. Okay, so today we're going to pick up not where Bhava Bhakti and her group left off, which I think was
18,
but where I left off with Yogesh and Renu at 13. So we'll start with text 14. Okay?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Text 14. Where are we at?
Text 14.
But you always say...
Oh, Canto 3, Chapter 11, Text 14. Right, there are 5 different names for the orbits of the sun, moon, stars, and luminaries in the firmament, and they each have their own samvatsaras.
Singular, samvatsara. Yeah.
Purport. The subject matters of physics, chemistry, mathematics, astronomy, time and space dealt with in the above verses of Srimad Bhagavatam are certainly very interesting to students of a particular subject, but as far as we are concerned, we cannot explain them very thoroughly in terms of technical knowledge.
Humility.
Yeah. The subject is summarized by the statement that above all the different branches of knowledge is the supreme control of color, the preliminary representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nothing exists without him, and therefore everything, however wonderful it may appear to our meager knowledge, is but the work of the magical wand of the Supreme Lord. As far as time is concerned, we beg to subjoin herewith a table of timings in terms of the modern clock.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Like appendices.
Those of you who read when my girls did this, they all passed it on to each other. Alright, 1 Truti is 8th of the 13th 500 second. 13,000. 13,500 of a second. Yeah.
13,500 of a second. That is very, very, very quick. Like quicker than that. Like, 1 Veda, 8/135ths of a second.
1 lava is 8/445 seconds.
8/45ths of a second.
8/45ths.
45th. Lava, and remember that verse we discussed, lava matra, which means a lava is just 8/45ths of a second. 8/45ths of a second. That's like, second is like 1/1000. That's a second. It's like, divide that by 45 times and it's 1/8 of that one of those, something like that. Something. I'm not good at math or technical. Carry on, please.
Right. 1 nimisa, 8th of 15 seconds.
8/15ths of a second.
Right.
1 kshana is 8/5ths of a second.
1 kashta is 8 seconds.
That's why they did it. Adam subdivided by 8. Okay, makes sense. 1 lagu is 2 minutes.
1 danda is 30 minutes.
1 prahara is 3 hours.
1 day is 12 hours.
1 night is 12 hours.
1 paksha is 15 days.
2 pakshas comprise 1 month, and 12 months comprise 1 calendar year, or 1 full orbit of the sun. A human being is expected to live up to 100 years. That is the way of the controlling measure of eternal time.
The Brahma Samhita affirms this control in this way. Yaksha Esha Savita Sakala Grahanam Rajam Samasta Suramurti Ashesha Teja Yashyadaya Brahmati Samvita Kala Chakro Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, under whose control even the sun, which is considered to be the eye of the Lord, rotates within the fixed orbit of eternal time. The sun is the king of all planetary systems and has unlimited potency in heat and light.
Any thoughts?
No, we're just taking it in at the moment.
So, text 15. O Vidura, the sun enlivens all living entities with his, male, masculine, unlimited heat and light. He diminishes the duration of life of all living entities in order to release them from their illusion of material attachment. And he enlarges the path of elevation to the heavenly kingdom. He thus moves in the firmament with great velocity, and therefore everyone should offer him respects once every 5 years with all ingredients of worship. So I guess it's like Surya Narayan Puja. I've heard of those. And but daily you can perform the Surya Namaskar, which is the yoga technique. Many people know it's, I think, about 6, 7, 8 poses. And yeah, very simple, so you can do that. Text 16. Vidura said, I now understand the life durations of the residents of the Pita planets and heavenly planets, as well as that of the human beings.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you.
How are you?
Okay, Hare Krishna. Wonderful to see you.
Are you doing a video?
We're just recording Bhagavatam Bites, but it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Keep well. The gentleman that comes to the temple. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. Now kindly inform me of the durations of life of those greatly learned living entities who are beyond the range of a kalpa. Oh, interesting. Okay. Purport. The partial dissolution of the universe that takes place at the end of Brahma's day does not affect all the planetary systems. The planets of highly learned living entities like the sages Sanaka and Brigu are not affected by the dissolutions of the millenniums. Very interesting point. All the planets are of different types, and each is controlled by a different Kala chakra. Okay, that's very powerful. So all the planets are of different types, and they're each controlled by a different Kala chakra, or schedule of eternal time. The time of the Earth planet is not applicable to other more elevated planets. Therefore, Vidura herein inquires about the duration of life on other planets. I have no thoughts. We can continue.
Text 17. O spiritual, powerful one, you can understand the movements of eternal time, which is the controlling form of the Supreme personality of Godhead. Because you are a self-realized person, you can see everything by the power of mystic vision. Purport. Those who have reached the highest perfectional stage of mystic power and can see everything in the past, present and future are called Trikalagyan.
Trikalagya. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. J-N-A. It's a hard thing. Many people have spoken of for a long time, over the years, J-N-A is like, yeah, like a Gyani or Gyana Sindhu or Vijnanam or, like that. So a Trikalagya, but it's got an S at the end, so it's Trikalagyas, plural.
Similarly, the devotees of the Lord can see everything clearly that is in the revealed scriptures. The devotees of Lord Sri Krishna can very easily understand the science of Krishna as well as the situation of the material and spiritual creations without difficulty. Devotees do not have to endeavor for any yoga siddhi or perfection in mystic powers. They are competent to understand everything by the grace of the Lord, who is sitting in everyone's heart.
Powerful. Any thoughts?
Yeah, just that. This point that devotees don't have to endeavor for any yoga siddhi like mystic powers, which when people hear about it or however imperfectly or perfectly it can be quite attractive, But it says here that actually you just have to have the faith, or the super soul is sitting in the heart and he can give you knowledge far beyond that, and it will all just come from within, from the heart. So that's quite powerful.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. They're competent to understand everything by the grace of the Lord who is sitting inside. Yeah, because you're in touch with Krishna. Krishna is the source of all knowledge, the source of everything. He's in our heart, and we're in touch with Him. So we're in touch with everything. I say we, it means devotees, but actually everyone has access to the same principle. So, okay, text 18, and this would have been where we would have started. You all didn't read this verse, did you?
No.
Okay, so we're on to read this. Text 18. Maitreya said, O Vidura, the 4 millenniums are called the Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali Yuga. The aggregate number of years of all these combined is equal to 12,000 years of the demigods. Okay, so 12,000 years of the demigods is all 4 of the yugas, so Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali, which is 4,320,000 years, by the way. That's Earth years. I think it mentions that. The years of the demigods are equal to 360 years of humankind, as will be clarified in the subsequent verses. 12,000 of the demigods' years, including the transitional periods which are called Yuga Sandhyas, comprise the total of the aforementioned 4 millenniums. Thus, the aggregate of the above-mentioned 4 millenniums is 4,320,000 years, but that's Earth years. So 12,000 years of the demigods. Yeah, and it's important to note that if you add them up, I was with someone the other day who was very mathematically inclined, and when they added it up, they said it's slightly off. And that slight amount that's off is because it doesn't come up to 4,320,000 years, it comes up to slightly less if you do the actual math. But you see here it mentions that there's a transitional period which is called the Yuga Sandhyas. So that means there's a certain time of dissolution before it starts, a certain time of dissolution before it's all concluded, and then there's a little bit of time that it takes to start it at the beginning. These are called the Sandhyas. So they're like periods before the creation and periods at the end of creation. And that takes a little bit of time if you think, so there's a little bit of time.
Text 19. The duration of the Satya millennium equals 4,800 years of the demigods. The duration of the Treta millennium equals 3,600 years of the demigods. The duration of the Dwapara millennium equals 2,400 years, and that of the Kali Yuga and the Kali millennium is 1,200 years of the demigods. As purport, as aforementioned, 1 year of the demigods is equal to 360 years of the human beings. The duration of the Satya Yuga is therefore 4,800 times 360, or 1,728,000 years. The duration of the Treta Yuga is 3,600 times 360, or 1,296,000 years. The duration of the Dwapara Yuga is 2,400 times 360, or 864,000 years. And the last, the Kali Yuga, is 1,200 times 360, or 432,000 years.
Interesting.
Yes.
So if you do it starting from Kali Yuga, each Yuga you add another 432,000 years. So 432,000 times 2 is 864,000. 432,000 times 3 is 1,296,000, or 1,296,000, and then 4 times is 1,728,000, or 728,000. Is that right? Is that how it's saying?
Yeah. It says in the book anyway.
So if you're confused, look it up.
Well, no, it just said there, isn't it?
Okay, should we read one more?
Yes.
Okay. So text number 20. It's a long purport.
No, he's got no purport.
Okay, so we'll go up to 21. The transitional periods before and after every millennium, which I just mentioned, which are a few hundred years, as aforementioned, are known as Yuga Sanyas, or the conjunctions of 2 millenniums, according to the expert astronomers. In those periods, all kinds of religious activities are performed. Interesting. I guess I would have thought because it's before creation and after creation, I didn't think there'd be anything going on, but okay. Text 21. O Vidura, in the Satya millennium, mankind properly and completely maintained the principles of religion. But in other millenniums, religion gradually decreased by 1 part as religion was proportionately admitted. As irreligion was proportionately admitted. Purport. In the Satya millennium, complete execution of religious principles prevailed. Gradually, the principles of religion decreased by 1 part in each of the subsequent millenniums. We heard about this in the first canto, you may remember, in the pastime of Kali. In the pastime of King Parikshit meeting Kali, personification of Kali. In other words, at present there is 1 part religion and 3 parts irreligion. That's the nature of Kali Yuga. 1 part religion, 3 parts irreligion. Therefore, people in this age are not very happy, except for the devotees. They're very happy. Any closing thoughts?
Yes, it's true.
Okay, thank you all very much. I hope you're enjoying the Bhagavatam Bites. And remember, if you would like a copy of the Srimad Bhagavatam, you can get in touch with us, and we will do our best to organize it. We hope you enjoy our new style of reading.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know
what you think of discussing with other devotees.
Yeah.
And if any of you are in London anytime soon, let me know, and maybe we'll read with you.
Yay! Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Jai Jai Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna.